everybody, it's time for a montage, it's time for a montage, it's time for...
It's time for commentary with Beast Mode!
What's up guys, my name is Beast Mode. I apologize for the break in videos, but I'm finally back home. I'm all set up. I actually don't have my Xbox set up. I've gone about 5 days without playing any Xbox, which is pretty good amount of time for me. I usually get pretty bored and I end up playing, but I've been playing some Minecraft and stuff, and honestly I just got so much crap to unpack from college. I just don't want to do it. I pretty much just got it out of my car and I've left it in a huge hulking pile, which my mom is constantly nagging me on to move, and I'm just too lazy to do it right now, but I need to get my Xbox hooked up at least. But I'm bringing you guys a commentary today, and I think this is going to be a fun commentary. It's something interesting, something to really, kind of ponder, think about. We can get a little bit of a game going down in the comment section. But today, we're going to be talking about the end of the world, which actually makes me think of that old, that little cartoon animation video that was just hilarious back in the day about Australia and the kangaroos. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I probably sound like I'm on like LSD or drugs right now. But yeah, you should go look up the end of the world. You'll know what I'm talking about. It's a funny video. Anyways, we're going to talk about the end of the world. And I know there's lots of scenarios, there's lots of things. But basically, guys, if the world went into some utter chaos, raining cats and dogs, just pure insanity, not the insanity workout, but just craziness, we would be screwed. And it sounds obvious to say, obviously if the world goes into chaos, we're going to be kind of screwed. But I'm just saying, we are not prepared for something like that. We rely so much on just how easy we can access everything, that we here in America and pretty much every country, we would just be, we'd be taking a big one up the butt because we are not prepared for it. And the reason I'm kind of on this topic, the reason I'm thinking about it is I'm reading some books. It's Christian fiction. Don't think I'm coming from the Bible. I'm not going to be talking about Revelations and the end times and the rapture and whatnot. But this is just Christian fiction. And if you didn't know that it was a Christian book, you wouldn't even know. It's just more like symbolic stuff. But essentially it's about if solar flares. And if you don't know what solar flares are, essentially think a giant EMP grenade goes off in the sky across the entire world and essentially just shuts off all electronics. And we got something coming right here. We got something coming, but I'm not going to get to that. Essentially, an EMP grenade goes off, takes out all electronics. Oh gosh, what's going on? I'm getting pretty close. I think I'm getting close at least. But yeah, an EMP grenade goes off and all electronics go down. Oh man, cue the music. So essentially an EMP grenade goes off. I just had to throw that in there. Essentially an EMP grenade goes off in the entire thing. That'd be kind of what a solar flare would do. It's going to take out all of our satellites, internet would be gone, cell phones wouldn't work, cars wouldn't work, any type of electronic device would essentially just be fried. Nothing's going to work. You're pretty much going to have to ride a bike. And think about it, guys, we would be screwed because look around your house right now. How much food and water of a supply do you have? Probably not more than, 2 or 3 days, maybe a week at most, but especially water, because running water is not going to work anymore. You will not have running water, so you will either have to find bottled water or a source of water to get your water from, and I just said water 6 times. But I think it's the Mormons, one of their kind of philosophies and how they live is they pack a lot of stuff, they store a lot of food and water, and I think at all times they're supposed to either have it's either 3 months or a year worth of food and water, so they'd be a little bit more prepared, but we would be screwed because we don't even have bottled water at my house. So if the running water turned off, other than the water that's maybe in the toilets, we wouldn't have anything to drink, so we would be screwed. And the world's then just gonna go into absolute chaos. People are gonna be hitting up Walmart and just raiding the place. That is not gonna be a place you want to be. So let's just start thinking, how are you gonna survive? What are things you're going to need? And really, if you think about it, because honestly, I am a believer, I'm a believer of Christ, in the Bible. So, I do believe there is an end time coming with, Jesus coming back. But there's going to be a part before that, where the world's kind of go to crap. So it is kind of something I've actually thought about pretty seriously. Like, I kind of should have some stuff ready, like some type of survivor stuff, just some food and water supply, because it doesn't hurt to always just be prepared, just in case. Well, let's think about things you'd want. For one, I think one of the main things you'd want is a bicycle, because a bicycle is going to be the fastest way to, for transportation, other than unless you're going to like ride a horse, go Clint Eastwood on everybody. But essentially, a bicycle is going to be great to have. Obviously, we talked about the food and water, and another thing is, where you live. I think where I live, I'm very, very fortunate. If the end of the world comes, I'm in a good position. I live out of town. I actually live by a river, a huge river in Nebraska. It's the biggest river. It goes across the entire Midwest. It's the Platte River. I'm actually right next to that. It's within a mile of my house. I live outside of the city, out in the country, and I have about 3 acres of land on our house. And the other thing that's kind of nice about where we live, which you could take as a down thing, but it's a positive thing for me, is I live in just a small community. It's out in the country, but there's probably about, I would say, 20 houses out here, and we all have about, an acre or two, so we're spaced out. But I think everyone out here, is pretty nice, and we all have, different skill sets, and we could kind of band together as a community, and just kind of form this little community where, people have jobs, people have assignments, you have tasks. If you're, a handyman, you do certain things. The women, not to sound sexist or anything, but, could do a lot of the cooking, the gardening. That's another fortunate thing is where we live, we got a lot of land, so we could make massive gardens, in everyone's yard. You start planting stuff, but then you're going to need seeds. So if you don't have this stuff stocked up, it's really, you're kind of screwed. You almost have to have a lot of this stuff in advance. So you're going to need seed, planting stuff, then you're going to have to start planting it. You have people. I think the biggest thing you're going to need is, self-defense, is guns. And Obama's trying to pass all this crap about nobody can have guns and all this concealed weapons. And I'm like, man, if the world ends, we're going to be in some trouble, because not many people are going to have guns, and not only guns, but ammunition. So if we got a community like that, if somebody from the outside comes in, we're obviously not going to want people to raid our place. We're going to have to defend it. So you're going to have people assigned to defending it. And the thing is, even if we had all these people in a great community, if, 1 or 2 guys walks up to the community and they have guns and we don't, that just, that foils the whole thing, because everyone's scared of, a gun or a knife. It is. It's just natural human instinct. If you see a gun or a knife, even though we have way more people, there's 20 people against, say, 1 guy with a gun. We're not all going to charge them at the same time, because nobody wants to get shot. So you got to find guns and ammunition. That's kind of something you're going to have before. And something I want you guys to do, if you want to, I think it'd be fun. I've done this before with the clan I'm in on the forums. Just kind of a little forum game. It's called King of the Hill. And what you do is, I'll start it. I'll leave a comment in the comment section below. And what I'll do is I'll pretend that I'm on this hill, and I'll lay out my defenses. I'll say what I got. Don't go too extreme, but I'll leave a comment, say I'm up on a hill and I'm surrounded by barbed wire, and I'll be like, I'm the king of the hill. Who's going to take me down? Then the next person responds to that. Whoever comments next, you have to look at the comment above you, tell them, how you're going to beat through their defenses, how you're going to become king of the hill, set up your own defenses, and then, the next person goes forth and so forth. So you just start getting all these crazy scenarios, kind of like a Survivor end of the world. I kind of thought it fit in. I thought it'd be kind of something funny to do. And while you're watching the video, you can formulate your own Survivor plan, your own King of the Hill strategy on how you're going to take somebody down and how you're going to win. But let's get back on topic. We're screwed. We are screwed. This is all hypothetical. It's based off some books I'm reading. But solar flares are a real deal, guys. A lot of people don't know about them, but if you go look it up, solar flares are something that could, luckily the Earth has never actually directly been impacted by one. But they're speculating on it, and they think it really could do something like that, where it would mess up all of our electronics, our communication, our satellites, and it really just gets you to thinking. If you really are someone who researches it, and I'm not someone that's believing in all this 2012, all these bullcrap, all that, that stuff to me is just kind of stupid. But I do read the Bible, I do believe in that, and there is an end time coming, guys. Eventually, Jesus is coming back, and that's just my personal belief. You don't have to. I'm not trying to will that upon you, so don't give me hate for that. But you know, there is going to be a time where the world is going to kind of go to crap a little bit. It's going to go into a bad time. People are going to start, you know, kind of scavenging. And are you prepared for this? Are you prepared for that? And it's kind of interesting, and in a way, it's kind of fun right now since it's not actually happening to just kind of think about it. Think about, you know, man, what should I do? What should I start storing? What should I start packing? Am I really ready for something like that to happen? And you know, problem is a lot of us aren't. And so I hope you guys kind of appreciated this commentary. I know it's a little bit different. It's a random topic, but I think it's a fun topic, and I think you can really start to speculate about things. And there's a lot of things you can think about, and you can be like, oh man, I need to start doing this. I need to start thinking about this. I need to plan this, because really, guys, it's not that hard, you know, to just buy an extra case of water bottles when you're out shopping, you know, buy some canned goods, learn how to can food, and then just gradually, just little by bit, just store, and just store, you know, and just gradually make a thing. And there's that TV show where people just go all out. And this is a fail by me. I accidentally hit the button when I was recording over the kill cam. But yeah, guys, are you ready for the end of the world? Because it's coming. Not really, but hope you guys enjoyed this commentary. My name is Beast Mode, and peace out.